So hey, what's up guys, this is AK, and you are watching my YouTube channel AKM. So guys, welcome back to a brand new tips and tricks video of PUBG Mobile. If you use the M416 but your sprays still feel shaky, your aim moves away from the enemy, or the gun feels different every match, the problem may not be the M416 itself. The M416 is already one of the easiest assault rifles to control, but many players still make simple mistakes with recoil, attachments, sensitivity, and movement. In this video, I will show you 5 common mistakes and, more importantly, what you should do instead. These tips will help you make your M416 more consistent in close, medium, and long-range fights. The first thing you need to understand is recoil control. One common mistake is pulling your aim down too aggressively during a spray. When the M416 moves upward, many players drag the screen down extremely fast. This can make the crosshair move below the enemy, forcing you to correct it again. Instead, use a smooth downward movement while tracking the target. Your goal is not to completely stop the recoil. Your goal is to keep your crosshair on the enemy while controlling the upward movement. For example, if an enemy is running across an open area at medium range, do not pull down as hard as possible. Follow the enemy and make small recoil corrections. This keeps your bullets around the upper chest instead of sending your crosshair below the target. Another mistake is using the same spray at every distance. At close range, a longer spray with movement can work because the enemy takes up more space on your screen. At medium range, focus more on tracking and recoil control. At long range, use shorter sprays instead of holding the fire button continuously. So remember, your recoil control should change depending on the distance. Now let's move to attachments, because this can make a huge difference to how your M416 feels. A common mistake is simply putting on random attachments without understanding what they are helping you with. For a general M416 setup, a compensator is a strong choice when your priority is recoil control. A vertical grip can make vertical recoil easier to manage, and a tactical stock can improve the overall handling of the weapon. An extended quick-draw magazine is also useful because it gives you more bullets and faster reloads. But do not blindly copy another player's attachment setup. If your vertical recoil is the problem, choose an attachment that helps you control it. If you struggle with horizontal movement, test another grip and see which one feels more stable for your hands. For example, imagine an enemy suddenly pushes your building. You do not have time to think about which attachment would be better. Your setup should already feel comfortable enough that you can focus completely on your crosshair and movement. Also, stop changing your attachments and sensitivity after every bad match. Give one setup enough time to build muscle memory. Now let's talk about sensitivity, because this is where many players make another mistake. There is no single sensitivity that gives every player zero recoil. Your sensitivity depends on your device, frame rate, controls, and whether you use gyroscope. For sprint sensitivity, 85 is a good starting point to test. It can make sprint activation feel responsive without requiring a large joystick movement. But 85 is not automatically the best value for everyone. If you accidentally activate sprint while trying to make small movements, lower it slightly. If sprint feels slow to activate, try increasing it. For your M416 recoil, test your camera, ads, and gyroscope sensitivity in training. Use the same attachments you normally use and spray at different distances. If your crosshair moves too quickly during small corrections, reduce the relevant sensitivity. If you cannot track a moving enemy quickly enough, increase it gradually. Most importantly, change one setting at a time. That way, you know exactly what improved your aim. The final mistake is spraying without thinking about movement and positioning. The M416 becomes much stronger when your movement works together with your aim. If an enemy is strafing left and right, do not stand completely still and rely only on recoil control. Use controlled strafing while keeping your crosshair around the upper chest. When holding a doorway, place your crosshair at the level where the enemy is likely to appear. When they push, you only need a small adjustment before firing. And do not force a full magazine spray in every situation. If an enemy is far away and only a small part of their body is visible, use controlled bursts. If the enemy is close and completely exposed, a longer spray makes more sense. This is what separates consistent M416 players from players who simply spray and hope. So, remember the 3 main lessons from this video. First, control your M416 recoil smoothly and adjust your spray according to distance. Second, choose attachments and sensitivity based on your own problems instead of blindly copying another player. And third, combine your aim with movement, crosshair placement, and smart spray decisions. When these three things work together, your M416 becomes much more consistent, your sprays become easier to control, and you will have a better chance of winning those important fights. So guys, that was all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more PUBG Mobile tips, aiming guides, movement tutorials, and practical gameplay advice that will help you improve faster. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.